Hello, everyone, welcome to the Toy Express channel. Last week, I introduced LYL, a Dinobot member of Cang toys. Today, I will introduce another member, STEGSAROW, numbered LYL001. STEGSAROW corresponds to Snarl, and after transformation, it becomes a Stegosaurus. Since this product was released a year ago, many YouTubers have already made videos. This video will not introduce many products, but will explain my views on this toy. First of all, it is movable, and it still maintains the consistent level of Cang toys. There is no problem with the regular movement. Since the joints are made of palm plus gear joints, special attention should be paid to the rotation of the arm. Especially when rotating the arm 360 degrees, the gear joint here is made in the upper arm, instead of the traditional way in the body. Due to the deformation design, the arm and the body are connected by a palm with only two buckles. The gear joints are relatively tight. If you use strong rotation, it may cause damage to the palm parts, and the arm and the body will be separated and cannot be repaired. The appearance design is still a major revision based on the G1 style Dinobot. After Snarl becomes humanoid, the shape of the separated tail, the transformable backpack, and the legs covering the spikes on the Stegosaurus back are also implemented in STEGSAROW. At first glance, it has some of the flavor of G1 Snarl and is very immersive. The next step is the multiple weapons matching gameplay. I feel that the design highlights of this Dinobot are all placed on the weapons. The two long swords can be separated into a gun and a short sword. At the same time, the tail of the Stegosaurus can be separated and transformed into a longbow, which can also be a whip covered with spikes. Compared with the Snarl of G1, the gameplay is more interesting. The Stegosaurus is also very huge after transformation, with an overall length of 30 centimeters. Another highlight of this design is the tail of the Stegosaurus. The traditional G1 Snarl transforms into a dinosaur form, with only a little tail. Although the tail is not long enough due to the backpack's proportional design, it does look like a koala. However, this time, STEGSAROW has specially strengthened the tail, using the multiple movable joints of the tail to achieve deformation while extending the tail. After transforming into a dinosaur form, the overall proportion looks very perfect, and the tail fully demonstrates the momentum of a powerful weapon. Now let's talk about the shortcomings. In short, it can be summed up in two words: prickly. Although the sharpness of the parts can indeed restore the sharpness of the spikes on the back of the Stegosaurus, due to the complicated deformation process, the spikes are indeed very prickly to manipulate. I suggest that during the deformation process, try to square the spikes or avoid the deformation part to avoid hurting your fingers. Next, the deformation process is indeed complicated. The humanoid is transformed into a Stegosaurus. Note that it is still a one-leg deformation process. The upper body becomes the front half of the dinosaur. The inside of the calf is turned outward through multiple joints, and then the thigh is folded into the calf to complete the deformation of the hind half of the dinosaur. However, the way the spikes on the back are wrapped and deformed is merged with the main body. If the deformation is not in place, it will be very difficult to merge. The design of the buckle can be reconsidered, and the design is more ideal and scientific. I actually adjusted the merging of the back part many times, and it took nearly half an hour to completely merge it. There is no difficulty in the process of the combined parts deformation. I think the unscientific part is the combination of the arm and leg snaps after the legs are folded. After the complete deformation, I found that the multiple locking of the tail and body is the key point. While the locking of the arms and legs is not that important, it can only be regarded as a strengthened locking point. But it is really difficult to lock here. I feel that the concave and convex points of the snaps are designed in reverse, which makes it impossible to assemble well here. Fortunately, it does not affect the deformation effect in the end. The third Dinobot member slag has also been pre-ordered, and I hope to meet you soon. Today's video ends here. Recently, I am considering changing the name of the channel to facilitate searching. Please pay attention to the name change notification video.